Hello everyone, I am Mrs Esther Massey. Today we will study the first chapter of Civics, Power Sharing. Before we study the chapter in detail, let me give you a brief idea about how government delegates power to its various administrative bodies. This chapter comprises of two significant stories of Sri Lanka and Belgium. Both these stories depict how the government conducts power sharing. This chapter tells us what exactly is power sharing and how power is shared between the legislature, judiciary, and executive. This chapter also explains in detail how power sharing helps the government in maintaining political stability in the country. Before proceeding further, let me tell you what power sharing is. Power sharing is a system of political arrangements in which power is shared between different organs of the government, between different levels of the government, between different social groups, and between different political parties, pressure groups, and movements. In modern democracies, power sharing can take many forms. First, we'll see how power is shared among different organs of the government, such as legislature, executive, and judiciary. Legislature. The legislature is concerned with passing the laws, controlling the finances of the state, and deliberating on matters of public importance. Executive. The executive machinery implements the policies of the government and executes the law made by the legislative bodies. Judiciary. The judiciary is concerned with the interpretation of the law and has the power to punish those who commit crimes or break the laws. Since no particular organ enjoys ultimate power in its area, it acts as inbuilt checks and balance in the system. Since all the organs are at the same level to exercise different powers, it is also called horizontal distribution of power. Let's learn this with the help of example. The Constitution of India divides power between the executive, legislature, and judiciary. Second, we will look at how power is shared among governments at different levels, such as between one federal or general government for the entire country and various regional or state governments at the subnational level. Its aim is to reconcile national unity, interests, and power with states' rights and interests. The powers and rights of various levels of the country are clearly specified to avoid clashes and conflicts. This is called federal division of power, and the division relating to higher and lower levels of the government are called vertical division of power. Let's look at this example. Indian Constitution establishes a dual policy in which the powers are divided between the union and the state governments. Now we will look at how power is shared among various social groups, which can be based on religious or linguistic lines. Community government, as followed in Belgium, falls into the category where all the major communities get power relating to their social matters. Also, in some countries, legal laws are made to represent the socially weaker section in the legislature to ensure broad-based decision making. For example, community government style as followed in Belgium. Now we will look at how power is shared among various political parties so that there is competition among them to gain majority in the parliament and thus form the government. This multi-party system provides enough options for the voters to choose from and also keep the ruling party under pressure to perform better and deliver to win majority in the future. Sometimes several parties join together to prove their majority and thus form a coalition government. For example, the multi-party system as followed in India, where there are national and regional parties. Denmark also has about a dozen parties and is always governed by party coalitions. Power sharing among the three organs of the state, that is, legislature, executive, and judiciary, is very important for the proper functioning of the democracy. The idea of power sharing has emerged in opposition to the nations of undivided political powers. In a democracy, everyone emerged in position to the nations of undivided political powers. In a democracy, everyone has a voice in shaping of the public policy. Students, I hope you all have understood this much. We will continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching.